Hello there, my horror friends. It is late in the evening on a Saturday because you can see the sun is trying to clap me through the blinds, but I didn't forget y'all this week for Saturday Scares. I was honestly gonna skip it, but I was like, why not? I have a free couple minutes, so we'll do a couple videos. So today's video is gonna be terrifying things caught at Walmart and 4 true Costco horror stories. These two videos put together should be about 30 minutes, so that's cool. Let me see who sent me these in Discord. Yamil sent me the Costco video, and I think Carla did the Walmart video. So we're gonna get ready to get into it. I guess I need to scoot over a little bit. I'm gonna do the Walmart one first. Remember, if you want to send me any videos for Saturday Scares, you could click the link in the description to join our Discord. There's a room that's called Realist Love, and it has hashtag Saturday Scares, so you could put your videos there. So we're gonna get into it. I hope you're having a wonderful Saturday.
We've all been to Walmart. It's one of the most mundane parts of our routines. We pop into the store, grab what we need, buy what we don't need as well, overspend and walk out.
Okay.
Easy peasy. You never expect anything special to happen in Walmart of all places. The people on the list didn't expect their Walmart trip to take a turn for the worse. Yet, they were in for a surprise as the unexpected happened in Walmart of all places.
Okay.
Grandma confronts shoplifter at Walmart.
Oh, not grandma.
When a man tried to steal groceries from Walmart, he probably wouldn't have thought that the person who would thwart his plans would be a 73-year-old woman. In the video, the guy recording asks the shoplifter if he's really going to steal the cart full of groceries.
You gonna pay for that?
The man recording knows the thief
Is
plans
really
to
scary,
walk
though?
out, stealing what appears to be hundreds of dollars worth of product.
The shoplifter is wearing a ski mask, so it's impossible to identify him, and he continues to head towards the exit. However, an old lady realizes what he's doing and blocks the exit with her cart. Before the shoplifter can even react, the woman reaches up and rips off the ski mask, leaving the man's face in full view on the recording.
Not grandma.
The shoplifter abandons the groceries he was trying to steal and gets on his bike and rides away. Because the old lady ripped his mask off, police were able to identify him.
Child, this is not scary. Carla,
Fire in the
please.
Halloween section.
I thought this was gonna be like they giving this spooky
Paul Miller was
music,
having
like,
a normal day shopping at Walmart when he noticed something suspicious. He saw one of the shoppers spilling what looked to be lighter fluid on the clothes in the Halloween display.
My initial thought was maybe it's just a Halloween trick. They're just trying to, surprise people.
In a few short seconds, he saw smoke rising up, and then soon after, the section caught fire.
Within a split second is when I saw the flames.
He alerted the employees, who arrived shortly with fire
Somebody trying to say
extinguishers,
Halloween
and
on
the fire
fire.
was put out. Although the fire hadn't spread, the employees had to make sure that the flames hadn't reached anything more dangerous. They had to remove smoking Halloween candies. The perpetuator was arrested. Despite that, though, the motive behind setting fire to the hallowed costumes of all things remains a mystery. Crazy man tears down
So
shelves
just ignore
at
shit at
Walmart.
Walmart while I'm there. Okay. Bro.
In this bizarre video, a deranged man starts pulling food items off the shelves at Walmart. He either throws them on the floor or takes a bite out of them.
They probably on the wrong drugs.
He dumps a yogurt drink all over his head and even starts crushing raw eggs into his mouth. All customers and staff could do was stand and watch, as it was unclear as to what state
As
of
long as
mind
this
the
man
man
probably
was
been set
in,
up this
or
show,
if he would
somebody
be
could have called the
aggressive.
police. On there,
It turns out that he was under the influence of an illegal drug,
Mm-hmm.
which is why his actions were so strange.
Hey, stay in the back, Kevin.
People see drugs doing people like this and still be wanting
Vigilante.
Batman.
Vigilantes look really cool in shows and movies, but in real life, they're rare. And even more rare are they good. But in this case, the woman who became a vigilante did it out of pure good intentions. A woman was out shopping at Walmart when she noticed a group of delinquents enter the
Her
store,
name
grab
Monique
a couple of
Lawless.
things, and then walk out without paying for them.
And she's
They would
a
have gotten away with
vigilante.
it
The
too,
jokes
had
write
the woman not
themselves.
decided to take justice into her own hands. As the delinquents got into their car, she jumped on top of the Porsche and stomped on the windshield. That didn't deter the delinquents in any way as they drove away, and the woman had to hastily jump off the car. But her actions were enough for the police to identify the car through the CCTV footage. The police were able to arrest the criminals and the woman was appreciated for her bravery. When questioned about her motives behind her actions, the woman replied that she was so repulsed by their actions she couldn't help but try to intervene and make them stop. Such people restore our faith in humanity and the goodness of the human heart. Fake armed robbery. Police received a call from a customer at Walmart who claimed they saw a man attempting to steal electronics and threatening people with a rifle.
We were in the Walmart store on Cincinnati Dayton Road, and there was a man threatening to shoot people with a gun in his hand.
Police arrived on scene on high alert, thinking that the attempted robbery would turn violent.
Units to Walmart, this clarification is going to be male, white, bald, wearing a white shirt, and red pajama pants.
However, when they arrived, they found Walmart security escorting the man out. The man was only trying to return a rifle BB gun that he had bought for his grandson a week ago. Because he didn't return the gun in the packaging he bought it in, customers were concerned because of the rifle's extremely realistic appearance. The mystery of the moving cart.
Aren't these really mysteries, though?
Though many people have claimed that their local Walmart store is haunted, this couple got actual proof to back up their claim. The two were out shopping at their local Walmart store. They got their things and came out. Suddenly, they heard what sounded like a scream coming from behind the building, so they went to investigate the source. They didn't find anything, so they decided to record a video about the weirdness of the situation.
Hi, me and my boyfriend were shopping at Walmart, and on our way
so
out,
the basket waited to be a star.
We're over here investigating, trying to figure out what
Paid
it was.
actor.
In the video, as the woman starts talking about the incident, the shopping cart behind her starts moving on its own.
Maybe an older gentleman.
What the f? You serious?
Return me. I must go back to the
Now, if it
market
started moving in
wall.
one specific direction, we could have attributed it to the wind. But the cart moved in a circular motion. When the couple moved towards it to check it out, the cart moved further away.
Yeah, there's nothing weird with it. I don't see nothing weird with the cart at all. What the f? Hold on a second. What?
Ain't nothing scary about
Wait
this,
a
y'all.
second.
Y'all gotta scare me. Do better.
Is it moving?
This happened a couple of times until the couple were so freaked out that they decided to not sate their curiosity
The
and
basket
leave
was
the
like,
cart
put your
be.
groceries inside
Honestly,
me.
we can't blame them.
Put
Had
your
it been us
groceries
in their
inside
place,
me.
we would have abandoned the cart at the first sight of it moving on its own. Car explosion in the parking lot.
Maybe they just had ops,
In this
bro.
video, a car starts burning in the parking lot of a Walmart. It's unclear why the car caught fire, but it starts to grow fast. Two men who appear to have been
Whoever
inside
van
the
this
car
is,
when
I
it
would've
caught
had to move
fire
my
are
shit.
backing away from the flames. The man taking the video asked the owner of the car if they're okay, to which they answer that they have thousands of dollars worth of tools inside the vehicle. The vehicle
They
starts
don't know.
popping and something explodes inside.
He knows what's in his truck.
Yeah, but he's...
The fire gets even bigger.
Are you okay?
Luckily, firefighters arrived at the scene and start handling the situation, but it looks to be too late for the truck and all the tools inside it. Lockdown.
What was the name of this video again?
One shopper's trip
Terrifying
to
things at
Walmart took a turn for the
Okay.
worse when Walmart went into lockdown. Yes, you heard it right. Most of us didn't even know Walmart had a lockdown protocol before this. The shopper was able to film the entire debacle on camera. Apparently, an armed person had entered the store and was roaming the aisles. According to the lockdown protocol, the doors were sealed,
This
preventing
would have been
anyone
the
else
scariest
from
thing.
entering the
Just
store
somebody
and
here
being
shooting
put
and
into
then the door
danger.
locked.
The shoppers and employees were instructed to stay where they are and crouch down or lay down on the floors. The incident was terrifying for everyone involved, and in the video, you can see how scared everyone is. The shopper's kid tells them to stop filming for fear of being caught. Soon an officer shows up and everyone is informed that they can leave the store. The store employees better have gotten a raise and some therapy after that incident.
Yeah, everybody should have got a gift
Hundreds
card
of
for like
people raid and
$200.
loot Walmart. In a shocking turn of events, a Walmart was raided and looted after closing for the night by around 200 people.
Well, investigators say a mob of
200?
at least 200 people smashed the front door of a Walmart on Fletcher Avenue, stealing more than 100 grand worth of merchandise.
In the video, a swarm of people form outside the locked store and break down the glass located at the entrance. The group
So
rushes
everybody
inside.
got, like, what,
the flow of people
$5,000
raiding the
each?
store seems to be never ending. Some people have their faces covered with masks, but a lot of them made no effort to hide their identity.
Stupid.
Most of the looters head to the back of the store to the electronics section. They start stealing some of the most valuable objects in
Trying
the
to loot
store.
TVs be the craziest shit to me, bro. Like, you gotta carry this big ass shit out. You trying to get away.
And the majority of them headed straight to the electronics
Stupid.
section. So the most expensive items in the store is what they were after.
The total
Could've been
amount
stealing
stolen
food
from the
and
store
selling
during
it.
the raid was valued at more than $100,000. Clown in the
TVs.
parking lot. While cosplaying is all fun and games and a way of artistic representation, dressing up as a clown and chasing people around a parking lot crosses the line into the creepy zone. Police received reports of a man dressed up as a clown chasing people around the parking lot of a Walmart store in Coweta County. The police arrived at the scene to investigate and saw a man dressed in a checkered clown costume with makeup and a mask. He claimed he was doing it in the spirit of Halloween, which was just around the corner, and that people had been coming up to him to take pictures with him. The eyewitnesses on the scene told another story altogether. They claimed that Barry Allen Byram had been chasing them.
Barry
trying to
Allen
scare them.
Byram?
One woman was so petrified she couldn't get out of her car.
Barry
The police
Allen at
arrested Byram
Walmart
for
dressed like a
disorderly
clown.
conduct. Byram told the police that it wasn't a
jokes
crime
write
to scare
themselves.
people. It was a mystery what went inside Byram's head before he attempted such a thing, but let's hope
Alright,
none
he
of
gonna
us
fuck around
ever
and get shot
encounter a
in
clown in
Texas.
any parking lot at night.
In the right pop.
Machete Man and his ramblings.
If I go to Walmart and
Here's
somebody
one
got a
thing you need
machete.
to do before you buy anything online.
No.
Don't
Goddamn
spend another
ass,
dime
bro.
on Amazon.
Machetes are dangerous and can injure a person fatally. Machetes and madness aren't a good combo, but that's exactly what shoppers at Rexburg Walmart encountered one afternoon.
What
A
the hell is
20-something-year-old man
Rexburg?
walked into the store and picked up a machete and a hammer. He then made his way to the sporting goods section. It was there that things took a creepy turn. The man started waving around the machete, screaming and fighting with nothing. The video shows the man completely out of his mind, spouting gibberish at the shelves and waving the machete around. The local authorities were informed and the police arrived shortly. The employees were told to evacuate the building and negotiations with the man were initiated. The negotiations went on for around 2 hours, during
Look
which
at
the man
Bob
refused
just
to answer the
recording.
police officers and kept screaming and waving the machete.
What if he would have
After
threw the
2
machete
hours,
at Bob?
the man peacefully surrendered and was escorted out by the police.
I would have scared the fuck out of him.
Walmart goes dark. In
All
this
these-
video, all the lights at the Walmart start flickering wildly.
It's
People in the
Poltergeist.
video comment on how amazing
It's
it looks, but it
Poltergeist.
actually looks like something out of a horror movie.
I'm
The
videoing
ghost.
it. It looks so cool.
Then, suddenly, all the lights go off, and the store goes pitch black because of a
It was
power
the graveyard
outage.
shift. I know somebody was putting shit in their pockets.
Fireworks and disasters.
Fireworks, bro.
Pulling a prank on someone can be good fun, but some pranks can take a dangerous turn and cause a lot of harm. That's exactly what happened at a Walmart store when 3 delinquents decided to set off some fireworks in the middle of the store. This caused a fire to erupt, along with loud popping noises from the fireworks. Not knowing the cause of the sounds, shoppers and workers presumed that it was the sound of a gun firing. This caused mass panic and chaos as everyone ran to get to safety and evacuate the store. The fire spread through the fireworks section, causing more and more of them to explode. A brave employee rushed forward to throw as many fireworks off the burning shelves as she could, trying to
Girl,
prevent the fire
coming
from
to
spreading.
fireworks while they
The
on
fire
fire
was
with
put out
no
soon after, and
fire
2 of the 3
extinguisher
perpetrators
is
were identified
crazy.
and arrested. Millions worth of goods were damaged due to the fire and the consequent water damage caused by the water sprinklers. Thankfully, no one was injured and everyone got out relatively unscathed. Before we move on to our last pick of the day, be sure to drop a thumbs up. If you want to see similar content, we upload new videos twice a week, so don't forget to subscribe to our channel. A floating balloon. There's nothing more harmless than a floating balloon, but if the balloon is floating in an irregular manner in an empty store in the middle of the night, as if it's being led by someone, then things can get a bit scary. That's exactly what happened at a Walmart store. Security footage caught what appeared to be a balloon or a long poofed up thing floating amongst the aisles.
What else would it be?
The
A
balloon
large
floated
poofed
up to the
thing?
register, lingered a bit, and then floated back down the aisle, taking a sharp turn to the left at the end. It was like
That
an
balloon
invisible
like,
hand
yeah,
was leading it
bitch.
somewhere.
Yeah.
Considering that it was the dead of night with no strong air circulation inside the store, the balloon had no current to guide it. Many have speculated that a ghost must have been holding the balloon. What do you think?
I mean, possible. All right, we're gonna do these Costco horror stories, y'all. But let's see if they actual horror stories though.
I'm a former Costco member.
Oh, it's one of these animated
If you don't know
ones.
what Costco is, you pay a monthly fee in order to shop at the store. The prices are a little bit cheaper and you can buy things in bulk, which is why there's a membership. The store is massive, and they also have a gas station at most locations. This is generally at the back of the parking lot, and you can get cheaper gas if you're a member. When I was a member there, the store would always be super busy. When I shopped, people would seemingly be everywhere.
These Roblox shields.
The area was pretty populated, so it made sense, but it still surprised me. Even more busy than the store, though, was the gas station. I know how everybody goes crazy over gas prices, so I think all of the members like to get gas at Costco. I would always get my gas there when I was a member because I would save a lot of money. Plus, I only lived about 10 minutes away from the store. One time, I had to go grocery shopping at Costco and get gas as well. I was almost out when I pulled into the parking lot, saw a long line of cars for the gas station. This was not all that uncommon, but I had never seen it quite as long as it was on this particular day. There were 4 gas pumps, so 8 total cars could be fueling at once.
Y'all got me going to sleep
Costco
this
had
week.
a few employees out there who worked near the gas station, and
good
had 2
spicy
people
stuff
literally
in.
there to help control the line. It would have been chaos without them, but even with them, it was bad. There were 2 main lines of cars, and probably 5 to 10 cars in each line. That's how backed up it was. I considered waiting until later to get gas, but ultimately decided to just get in the back of the line. I went into the left line and committed to it. Things actually started to move faster than I expected them to. I moved up a couple of spaces, but was still last in line. Soon some other people joined in behind me, and in the next line over as well. Luckily for me, the line that I was in for some reason was moving faster than the other one. I guess I just got lucky. When there was just one car in front of me waiting to get gas, somebody left. The car in front of me moved up. I was about to drive up, and then I would be on deck, but as I started driving, I saw the car in the other line to the right try pulling in front of me. I couldn't believe it. This guy was supposed to stay in his line. Nobody was just switching lines. I didn't let him in, and quickly pulled forward. He had to stop, and then was like diagonal between the line that he had been in and my line. He then honked at me, but I didn't care. After that, though, I saw his door open up. He actually got out and started yelling at me. He was a bigger guy, but not that tall. He had a dark mustache, and his head was shaved. I rolled down my window a little, and yelled back to stay in his line. The guy
Get your bald-headed ass
cursing
back in
and
your
yelling
line.
at me, saying how I wasn't moving up fast enough, and he was in a hurry.
You weren't even
He
in my
started
line,
going,
though, so it don't
"Some of
matter."
us have places to be." The guy was causing a whole scene. Someone else actually rolled down their window and told him to get back inside of his car. Within minutes, one of the employees that was working over there came over and tried to calm the guy down. He finally went back inside of his vehicle.
Him looking
It was
like this
finally
is
my turn to
crazy.
get gas. I did, and then left the gas station and headed to the Costco parking lot. I parked my car and then went inside. When I was inside, I got a cart and started shopping for the things that I was getting.
Get your gas when
Not
you
a whole
leaving.
lot, just a few food items. I
Not
pushed
3
my
Chuck
cart
E.
down
Cheese
one
horror
aisle
story.
and got some things. As I was pushing my cart further to the back of the store, I heard another person walking behind me. I didn't think anything of it. The person
It's
was
your
walking
op.
really fast and passed me on the right side. When they passed me, I saw who it was. The same guy who had
His
yelled at me
face.
before. After passing me, he went right in front of my cart and then abruptly stopped. I had to stop quickly, and my cart hit the guy in his back a little. He then turned around and asked me what my effing problem was and flipped me off. I had enough of this guy. I told him to leave me alone, and I was tired of his nonsense, but probably didn't say it quite like that. The guy cursed at me one more time and then walked away. I watched him go back towards the front of the store. I was really glad to see him gone. Our interaction inside the store lasted for no more than a minute. I was able to continue my shopping without any more problems.
You're gonna be like, I'm gonna
I
catch
looked
you
around
outside,
almost
homie.
constantly to make sure that I wouldn't go near the guy, in case he was still inside the store. I just wanted to avoid him, because he seemed to be nothing but trouble. But luckily, I didn't see him for the rest of the time that I was shopping in there. I checked out and then left the store. I walked back to my car in the parking lot, only to see that it was all scratched up. The guy had keyed my car. My car is black, and both sides had about 4 or 5 long scratch marks on them.
Yeah, bitch.
I was so angry and knew exactly who had done it. I called the police right there and waited for them to arrive.
That's some bitch
Then
made
I told
shit.
them the whole story. I didn't know the man's name or license plate, but I did know his car. Plus, I figured that he was a Costco member. He ended up being located and was forced to pay for my car to be repaired. He was also banned from Costco. After that experience, though, I hope that I never see him again. I no longer have a Costco membership. That's not the reason why I stopped it. I just prefer to go to other stores now. I will never forget that experience, though.
This is so horrible. Oh my god. Such a horror story.
I used to have a Costco membership, but I had to cancel it after what was one of the creepiest experiences of my life.
You creeping me out right now.
It all started last summer. I would shop at Costco every single week. I had a routine that I would go every Saturday morning and buy all of my items for the week.
Why they drew her like
most
this,
of the
bro?
same items as well. Most of it was food and things like that, and it would usually take me less than 30 minutes to get it all done.
Going to Costco every Saturday for
Membership
30
saved me
minutes
lots
is
of money
crazy.
because I used it
can't
so
do it.
frequently. Plus, there was
She
a
must stay
Costco
close.
just over 5 minutes away from my house.
Oh, okay.
One time, I went to Costco like any other and then returned back home. Everything was fine, and later in the day, I got the mail. I lived in a small but nice house in a pretty typical neighborhood. When I got my mail, most of it was just bills and advertisements, but I had this one letter that stood out from the rest. It was typed, but seemed like an actual letter because it wasn't professional looking or anything. There was no return address, and it didn't say who it was from either, but it did say, "Please read." When I opened it up, it was a typed letter on one piece of paper to me.
Oh.
The letter said, "Hi, you're a
How you
beautiful
get-
woman,
how you
and
get
I love
this
to watch
email?"
you shop every week at Costco. I'm writing you this because I want to meet you sometime soon." After I read this, I thought to myself, is somebody stalking me or is this a joke? I didn't really know though. I had never noticed anybody following me around Costco or anything. I never went when it was all that busy either, so I thought I would have noticed. Usually, it would be about 10 a.m.
Okay, but
and
how
the
they
store
get
was still
your email?
fairly
You're not
quiet.
gonna ask this question?
I considered not going to Costco the next week. Ultimately, though, I chose to go. I wanted to save money, and I figured that it was just a dumb joke or something. When the next Saturday came, I went back to the Costco at my usual time. It opened at 9:30, and I would get there at about 10 and be gone by 10:30. I started doing my normal shopping, going down all of the aisles I typically did, getting all of the products. I was careful to pay attention to if somebody was following me or not,
Not this
but I
wall.
didn't notice anyone. About halfway through, I was in one of the aisles.
It had to be
towards the
somebody
back
that
of
worked
the
there
store.
because that's the only way they could get
On each
your
side of the
email
aisles,
address from
there
your
were lots of
membership,
pallets
right?
on the ground.
From when you sign up.
There would be products on the pallets that you can buy. If you've never been to Costco before, you can buy things in bulk, and the store is kind of like a giant warehouse.
Not everything have price
Most of
limit
the
time.
products are not
Child
displayed the way that they are at maybe a Target or a Walmart. So I was shopping, and for whatever reason, looked to the right. There were these products on pallets, and behind the products, I saw a man hiding back there. He was far back and hidden really well. He was also
Now, why
looking
would
right
they-
at me.
Why would they
When I
animate
saw
this
him,
like
He
this?
quickly ducked down. I walked away and immediately went to the
The
checkouts.
fuck?
This guy had to be the one who wrote me the letter. I didn't get
Oh,
a
he
great
wrote
look
a
at him,
letter, but they
he
made it
seemed
seem
to
like
be
it
in
was
his
an
20s
email.
and had darker hair.
Why
When
would
I
you-
got to the checkout, I told the employee at the register about him. She said that she would talk to her manager about it. I just wanted to leave though, and I figured that the guy would probably leave or hide before they got there. I left, and that same day canceled my Costco membership. There was no way that I could go back there. This really creeped me out, because apparently some guy had been watching me every time that I shopped. I had no
Never
idea.
know who's watching you,
because he
bro.
probably hid in the aisles just about every time. Later that night, I was at home by myself and got a knock on the door at like 8 p.m. I got up and went to
Excuse
the
me?
window and looked outside. It was the same guy that had been hiding in the costume.
They wrong for this.
My heart started racing. He knocked again after I didn't answer the door right away. I stayed in the living room and just wanted him to leave. After about 5 minutes, he knocked once more. I still was not going to answer. I stayed where I was, and after a little while, I thought that he left until I heard a knock coming from the back side of my house.
Not going to the back door. I'm calling the
This was
police.
creeping me out too much, and I called the police on him. He wasn't trying to break in, but was certainly trying hard to get me to answer. I didn't know what he was going to do if I did.
Child.
He didn't knock for a long time, and I think then that he actually left. When the police got there, they looked around outside and couldn't find the guy anywhere. They said that if he came back, for me to not hesitate to call.
You better
For
get
the
you one
rest
of
of
them
that night,
doorbell
though,
cameras.
he didn't come back. I didn't see him for several days, and was not going to go back to Costco either. But later that week,
You ain't gotta go
I
back.
got
You know
another
where you
letter
stay.
from him. This letter was a little bit longer than the first.
Is this an email or a
He
letter?
said that he was disappointed that I didn't want to talk to him, and even more disappointed that I called the police on him. But then he said that he was sorry and was not going to bother me anymore. I was really surprised to read that, but the crazy thing is that after that letter, I haven't heard from him or seen him since. It's amazing to me how he stopped after going to such lengths. I mean, he found out where I lived and watched me while hiding inside of Costco.
That's so creepy. Now
I
that's
guess he had
actually
enough
creepy.
common sense to know that I got the police involved, and he would possibly get in some serious trouble if he continued.
Or he'll
Either
stitch your
way,
ankles while you
I'm glad
sleep.
that I haven't seen him since,
Bruh, this
and I hope that I never
this
see him
depiction
or
of
hear
this
from
man
him
is
again.
crazy. Like, who animates stuff like that? Child ghetto.
I had a Costco membership last year, just for a couple of months.
I had a Costco
It seemed
membership
like a
for
good
one
deal,
day.
and at
was
first I
good.
liked it a
ain't want
lot.
I
I
like
would shop there at
better.
least one time per week, but usually more. One day, I went there to get some groceries
One day I'll
and
be rich
everyday
enough to have a
items.
Costco membership.
I had a lot of shopping to do that day, and Costco was not the only store that I had to go to. There was one other store that I would be
Kurt.
going to afterwards. I spent a while shopping inside Costco, and when I was done, I was really hungry. I stopped at the cafe that they had at the front of the store. There was
Not
an
that
area to
long
buy
ass hot
food and
dog,
drinks, and
like
some
Lizzie's.
tables set up around it. I got some pizza and churros, and went to one of the
That food
tables
be
to
so
eat.
cheap though.
I did not want to eat in my car. I was at a table on the side, kind of in the corner of the cafeteria area. I was just minding my own business, eating, and looked up to see this guy staring right at me. He was sitting in front of me.
Hey,
and there
bitch,
were
not
two
him looking
open
like
tables
Ryuk
in
from
between
Death
us.
Note.
The guy was staring at me so intense that it instantly creeped me out. He had these wide eyes, and I looked down right away. When I looked up again, he was still staring. Was this guy joking around? It didn't really seem like it. I didn't know him either, and couldn't think of why he would be staring at me
The
like
Costco
this.
Joker.
I didn't bother to try to talk to him or anything. It was really weird, and I decided to just go out to my car and leave. I got up from the table and walked away. When I did, luckily, the man remained at his table sitting there. I went out to the parking lot and found my car. I got inside and finished eating my churros in
Tearing
there.
that food up, huh, Brad?
Then I headed to my final stop of the day, one last store. This store was just 5 minutes away, and it was pretty busy when I got there.
This supposed
just
to be
like
about
had
Costco.
been.
Let me stop.
I drove to find an open parking space towards the back and parked my car. Then I went inside and did my shopping. It didn't take as long in there, maybe about 15 minutes. I came back out and got to my car and went inside of it. When I did, across the parking lot, I saw the same guy. He
The
was
way they
sitting inside
animate
of a
this
car
shit is
in the
crazy.
driver's seat and staring at me almost the same way that he had been earlier at Costco. This creeped me out even more so than before. I immediately backed out and started driving away to leave. The problem was that I kind of had to drive by his car to exit the parking lot. As I drove past him, I saw his car pull out and began driving behind me. My heart
It's about
sank when I saw
family.
this.
Pull over.
Now I was leaving the parking lot with this creep right behind me. I turned right, and he did the same. Then I drove down the road for a little ways and turned again. He remained right on my tail. I didn't even care about going home anymore at that point. I just started randomly driving,
to the police
turning at
station.
almost every opportunity. Soon, I didn't really even know where I was anymore. I was just going down random quiet roads. I got inside of a residential area, and the guy was still following me. It became clear to me
Gonna
that this
take
guy would
my
follow me
car
wherever
to
I
the
went.
old town
I wasn't
road.
sure what to do. But that's when I finally got the idea to go to the police station. I put the closest one in on my phone and then followed the directions to get there. It took maybe 10
Excuse
minutes
me.
with
That's
the
what
guy
you're supposed to do.
following
If you
me
think
the
somebody
entire
following
time.
you, go to the police station.
When I got there, I pulled into the parking lot, and the guy didn't. He kept driving down the road. It worked, just as I hoped it would. I waited there for a while before actually going home. I was afraid that the guy would be waiting around some corner or something and then keep following me, but luckily he wasn't. I was able to make it home safely and did not see him again.
He was trying to take you out the game. All because you wanted a glizzy from Costco.
I used to work at
Costco
Costco.
wholesale.
My job was mainly as a cashier up at the check lanes. I had this job for 6 months, and it was okay. Something really scary happened once, though, so I thought I would share my experience. It all started on a Friday night. I was working a shift where I got off at 8 p.m. I'm not sure when I started, but it wasn't too long of a shift. Things went by pretty easy, and I know that it was dark outside when I got off. After clocking out, I left the store to go to my car. I had parked at the back end of the parking lot, kind of in the middle. Behind our parking lot, there were some more businesses of other stores and restaurants.
Imagine
they
if
were
we really
separated
walked like
by a
that.
row of trees. I was excited to go home after a long day of work, and I got within like 20 feet of my car and took out my keys.
Somebody
I was about
like,
to push the unlock button on my key fob when I saw something. Somebody was inside of my car.
Oh.
I stopped
They
in my
was
tracks
waiting on you at the
looked.
door.
It appeared as though there was a man sitting in the back.
Is that
seat of my
Slender
car.
Man?
He was looking in the other direction,
Slendy!
not towards me. I double-checked to make sure that this was in fact my car. I knew that it was.
Now him like,
But
oh
why
my
was
god.
somebody inside of it? I didn't go any further and
Mushy
turned around
mushy.
and walked back for the Costco entrance. My mind was racing.
Slendy!
I was trying to figure out how and why somebody would be inside of my car, and I was also wondering what I should do
I'm your
about it
biggest
now.
fan.
I
Come
found a
holla at
coworker
me.
inside of the store who I was friendly with and told her about what had happened. She offered to come outside with me and look to
Not
see
her
if the
boobs
person
being
was
that
still
big
there.
in that Costco.
We both walked out and slowly
Oh, we not
approached my
shuffling
car.
no more?
We stopped at about 50 feet away.
Why would
and
you go
looked.
get the girl to come with you so
Looked
both of
like
y'all
he
could
was
die?
gone now. We didn't
So
see
both of
anything.
y'all could die?
We walked
What if
closer
in the
to
trunk?
car. Very carefully, we made it within probably 10 feet. That's when we could see the guy was still there and ducking down in
Not
the back.
him looking like this?
Luckily, he did not see us. We walked back a ways, and my
Bruh.
coworker told me to hit the unlock button to my car to see if the guy would leave. I did, and we waited, kind of hiding behind another car. The guy did not leave my vehicle, though. We could no longer see him because he was ducked down still.
Call the
but we would be able to
police.
tell if he left my car.
Make them
stayed
bitches earn their check.
After waiting for like 30 seconds to a minute, we both headed back inside of Costco. We were
He
thinking about
gonna
calling
get
the
this
police.
girl stabbed.
After talking for several minutes inside and talking to another coworker about it, I decided that I would. I walked back
Somebody
outside to
call
call the police and
911.
stood near the entrance doors
Somebody
of Costco
up
as I
in the
began
back of
dialing.
my
But it was at this
car.
point that
Help
I saw
me.
the guy actually get out of my car. He left out the rear passenger
Bro.
side door, which was the farthest away from me.
The way these
Then I saw him
depictions is
slip away
crazy.
behind the trees, leading to some other businesses nearby.
I'm
carefully
sorry,
walked
bro.
back to my
The
car.
depictions is crazy.
I kept
with
my
this
eyes on the
animation.
trees the entire time.
Child,
The
you
guy
better
was
stop
now out
parking
of
by
my
the door.
sight, and who knows where. But if he came back, I would see him.
They'd
I
hate
was
me
able to
because
get
wherever I
inside of my
park,
car
if it's a
and
big
lock the
parking lot and I
doors.
get up at night, I'm
Then,
parking right by the
finally,
door.
I drove back to my
Somebody
house.
ain't gonna have a park.
When I got home, I looked throughout my car. Everything seemed the same. I never really kept anything of value inside of it. In
Did he
fact,
pee in it?
I didn't really have
What if he
anything
peed in
in it
your
at
car?
all. So nothing was stolen, and nothing was damaged either. I don't know what the guy was doing in there, but it really gives me the creeps. Did he know that it was specifically my car? Or was this a random thing?
The question.
I don't know.
I'm an overthinker.
I figured
would
that I
hate
must have
this.
forgotten to lock my car doors, though. Usually, I always remember to lock them, but it must have slipped my mind. I don't know how else to explain him being able to get inside of my car. I'm just glad that he left, though. He must have realized that I knew he was in
walked
my
away
car
like this.
when I unlocked it, but never got inside.
Oh, I'm sorry. These were funny. The depictions is crazy though. Like literally, whoever drew the depictions for these people, this is crazy. Oh man, y'all make sure y'all check out these videos that I have posted today. Don't forget, if you want to send me a Saturday Scare video, you could join our Discord. The link will be in the description. Just go to the chats that are on the left, and there is one that's going to be called Realist Love. And it's going to have us, is that what it says? I'm sorry, Reaction Corner. Reaction Corner, that's what it is. I can't read. And then it'll have a Saturday Scares room, and you can post the links in there. So, I don't know if I'm going to do a Saturday Scares next week. I'm not going to lie to you. If I have free time, I will. If not, but I will be back more often than not, at least, 1 to 2 times a month. I'll try to make this like a thing for y'all. The more reaction videos I get, the more content I can do. So we'll go from there. So thank y'all for supporting your girl always. While y'all here, if y'all didn't know, I do own a store where I sell body care products that are plant-based, vegan, naturally made, however you want to say it. I did come out with an anime collection Friday, and I only have a couple bottles left. If anybody is interested, you can go to my site. It'll literally say anime collection, and you can see what's available if anybody wants that. I do have other wonderful items as well to help your skin and everything else. So with that being said, I'm gonna stop plugging and I'm gonna go.